Megatron, and the King of Kings. I mean, they've named this deer so many things. Well, I got together, I told Levi, I said, well, it's not like we've been scouting this deer. You know, it's not like anybody's ever seen this deer. I said, so, but we should still name it. And he's like, yeah. So we went through a bunch of names, and it was probably a couple weeks later until I called him. I said, figured it out. And he had no idea what I was talking about. He was like, what? And I said, Trashy. And he said, that's it. That's the one. We got to name it Trashy. And just a deer like that with, you know, over 100 inches of trash, it just makes sense. And it's kind of a tribute to all the rednecks out there, you know, little trashy bucks.
This year we had a good archery camp. Got into some good bulls. Brett's killing it on the call this year. He's picked that up. He's really excelling at that. One more thing he beat me at this year.
One time in 5th grade, they said he got student of the month, so I thought, well, that's cool. And we go to school, you know, they kind of give him a little thing, and come to find out there was a kid there that didn't have any tennis shoes to play basketball. And here Brett had brand new Nikes and gave them to him, and he wore his old ones. It's kind of fun still hearing all the stories of, you know, it's a photoshopped or shot somewhere else or somebody else shot it, or it just, but I've probably been more boisterous than anybody, you know, just, that's my kid.
I think it's a really awesome experience for Brett. I think he's loving it, but I think the main thing is that it makes me really proud as a sister because he's just taking it so well and he's not letting any of it get to his head. He's like the most humble person I know, and I just think that's so awesome that even after this amazing thing happened to him, he can still have a not be full of himself. So I think that's really cool, and I think he doesn't really know how to handle all of the attention sometimes because he's not used to it, used to being like the famous one. But I think it's such an amazing experience. I'm so glad that it happened to him.
Still in the top 35 in the world ever.
I'm happy.
In the top 35 in the world.
I'm still happy.
All right, good.
I got a freezer full of meat.
I still want replicas of it.
That's what I went
I'm
for.
mountain. It's going to be awesome.
42.
That's just the greatest spread. It doesn't add in. It gives you an idea how wide the rack is.
All right. Good. How you doing, bud?
Good, how are you? It's finally the day. Oh. What do you need help with, Mr. Darrell?
Oh, we got her now.
I know it's Christmas and all, and Grinch is your favorite, but put your damn your who hair away. Your who.
You get the who hair?
Is that better?
Whoville. Yeah, you got a whoop-de-doo up in the front.
A whoop-de-doo?
I didn't know that kid from nothing. He came out here with another famous hunter one year, and when his buddy come out to pick up his elk, this kid says to me, if I ever kill anything big enough to mount, I'm going to bring it to you. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, kid. A couple of years later, he brings out one of the biggest non-typical mule deer in the world.